Om Namah Shivaya. I am astrologer and author rudramohapatra from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Today I will tell you about Stree Jataka, not the Stree Jataka book written by Professor Rao or Surya Narayan Rao, the grandfather of Dr. Raman, rather female horoscope in a general. Recently, one couple has visited me. I have energized their Rudraksh and just for that they have come. And I was looking at the horoscope of the husband. The wife said, "Can you look at my horoscope?" Then I look at the horoscope, just look into, and I see it's a really good time running. The Lagnesh Dasa. Then she said a very beautiful thing to me, which was quite informative. Sir, how can my good time will be there if my husband is suffering? I was really, one end I was shocked, another end I was really happy that yes, this kind of, this is the horoscope of a lady, of a housewife. So never predict the horoscope of a housewife without looking into the horoscope of his husband and children at least. Forget about her father, her in laws, just this, or else you will end up in trouble. The only thing is that the good dasa, the wife's good dasa was going on. She managed to support her husband despite all odds, but she did not realize that. She said, "How can my time will be good when my husband is like this?" In this perspective, I will say something that if you visit the classics of Hindu astrology, you will find female horoscopy or Stree Jatakam or female horoscopy at a separate section in some classics, where you will find Kujjadosa, Vishakanya Yoga, etc. etc. So female horoscopy is where you should not skip the husband's horoscope. If she is independent and they're different, but in a family condition, it is very difficult to predict the horoscope of a female. Kujja dosa is both the cases you should look into, let it wife or husband. But in our classics, it is only given for the female. Like the life of the female has no meaning. The female is said to be sati if she is living her body in the funeral piety of her husband. This was the tradition where scriptures, astrological scripture, possibly written. I will not comment on the book Stree Jataka, which is more or less controversial. where some things are written which are not prettily accepted by the society at that time. It's a very good book where Rao dared to write something which was not accepted by many. Even Rao was saying the same thing, Guruvarki and Rao. So is a wife, a life is dependent on or was dependent on her husband. Nowadays, even or despite all efforts from the GOs means government organizations and NGOs, non-government organizations, for gender equity, which is more than gender equality. Women were here, now women are here is gender equality, and women will be here is gender equity. Despite that era, you see the wide heart of a lady that she's saying that how can you look at my horoscope and say that my good time is running while my husband is suffering, while my children are suffering. So it is always wise to look into the horoscope of a housewife, gruhini, in contest with her whole family. Or else your prediction may be wrong. You can directly ask that lady, Madam, for which purpose you have come? It is your issue or your husband's issue or your children issue. So I do not know how much you can predict about the husband from the wife's horoscope. And citing one research which was going on in the realm of Western astrology, a marriage matching technique known as technique of superimposition, widely propagated by Capiel Raj, like you put the horoscope of wife on the husband's and husband's horoscope on a wife and then see wife's which house is becoming which house of the husband's and vice versa. So if there you are finding that the wife is in a beneficial position compared to husband, like the first house of the husband is becoming the ninth house for the wife. So here wife is becoming beneficial. That means the wife's destiny is husband's. So there you can give weightage to the wife chart. It's not only the strength of the seventh lord. So during this method of superimposition, you can test it. I have tried it very less, but you know that we are stuck to this Ashtakuta, or in under India we say it Chhattis Gun Milan. In Eastern India, we say it Dasamelaka. We have 10 parameters and we do that. But the superimposition technique is where you can see wives, if wife is the good house of husband, is becoming the first house is becoming the fifth house for the wife, first house is becoming the ninth house for the wife, then husband is a position A wife is in a position where the destiny of wife is dependent on the husband. So there it is more weight. There you can say that husband more about the husband life from wife chart. And vice versa too. Though I hardly find that husband are not worried about their wife. This is some odd picture of patriarchy. Uh, Not all though. So concluding or winding up, women's horoscope is subjected to the destiny of many other people, say the husband, say the progenies, or parents and in-laws. Independent women not considered or hold apart. So if you can use the technique of superimposition and see the wife is owning some good houses of the husband. Like I told you, the three a good trikona of the husband is becoming the trikona, and a trikona of wife. A kendra of the husband is becoming the trikona of the wife. Then from the wife chart, it can be said more about the husband. A Western technique, though. And no yoga is gender specific. I remember the same thing Gayatri Devi was saying in a conference. So if you are looking the Mangala dosa, if you are looking the Visakanya dosa or Visakanya yoga, I do not know why they call. Yes, it's yoga, definitely a Khala yoga, but yoga that you can see that you should not fix to the female only, because in the class 6 the female horoscopy section is no more the female horoscopy or Stree Jataka. You can extend the principles of female horoscopy to the male horoscope. The same Visakanya yoga can be applied to a male chart. Anyway, I'm adding that's a little bit different thing, but here Stree Jataka is no more Stree Jataka. It is the principles are extended to the Purusha Jataka too. So this is all for today. If you like the video, you can click the like button. If you dislike it, definitely go for the dislike button. But my request is please share the video. If not you, I may be helpful to somebody else. Well, this is all for today. If Lord Mahadeva wants, I will come up with another video soon. Till then, God bless you all. Om Namah Shivaya.